this year's team is so many newcomers having Ohio State as that first true game, just because it kind of sticks you out there quickly?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, because you get to that point, you always think, oh, we need to prepare more. We're not ready.
Yeah.
But I like it in that it's going to test the will of your players. You're going to be challenged. You're going to be tested, and sometimes that test can help you. Sometimes it can hurt you, but we have to be prepared for whatever the outcome is going to be. I know one thing: we can't, rest on our laurels and think that it's going to be an easy game, because it's not. Our schedule doesn't lend ourselves to think any game is going to be an easy game, especially when we're a new team. We're trying to acclimate 7 new players that have to play a significant role for us.
Dawn, with this run of success you've had in the league over the past 3 years, some folks start bringing up Tennessee and how you're starting to compare to them when they were at their best. Have you heard that, and what do you think of that comparison?
I mean, I really haven't heard that. I don't think, I think we've been fairly successful over the past few years, but Tennessee has decades and decades of success. We're starting to build a tradition. The tradition has already, been set at Tennessee, but I'd rather, us being in this conversation than any other school in the league.
You mentioned Tennessee. They took some hits last year that they haven't taken in a while in this league. Was that just an aberration? I mean, they finished well, but they've lost some people some good people from last year. I mean, what's your take on that?
Well, I think sometimes you don't know. You hope as coaches that when you start your season, you're going to have the players healthy players, and then when you start to break down a little bit, it forces you to change, and sometimes change comes with resistance, and sometimes you just gotta go back to the drawing board. You don't want it to be in the middle of the season, but sometimes it has to happen in order for you to move forward. And I think Holly may have had to do that, and that's why you saw at the end of the season, they had a run, because at some point they had to just reevaluate things and figure out what's the best way to move this team and what we have forward.
SEC football's been kind of immune to the anthem controversy situation because the players are in the locker room when the anthems play. But in basketball, the team's right out there. What have you told to talk? Have y'all had any dialogue with the players just about what to do, what's expected during the anthem, or do you know?
Well, yeah, I've asked our players to speak amongst themselves as to how they feel about it and if they wanted to do anything. It's not going to be directed towards what I want, because they have their own minds and they have their own beliefs. But the information I got back from our captains is, they're going to honor the flag by standing up and just continuing their normal routine.
Not doing anything different from the ordinary or something like that.
They're not today. That's what I'm told today.
Dawn, with point guard, I know you got a couple of weeks to go before you have to make a move, but is it Bianca's role to lose, or is it just a thing of the best woman we play?
Well, what you said is both true. It is hers to lose, because she's been in our program for so long, and she has, more experience than any of them. But, the other ones, they know I'm not going to give it to Bianca. She's got to still earn it. And the other ones are in a good place. AB and Ty Harris, they are, they're chopping at the bit. They're getting better and better each and every day. They're pushing Bianca. Bianca's pushing them. So it's really a healthy competition amongst the point guards.
With Victoria Patrick, is she more of a 2? Or
She's a 2.
Okay.
She's a 2.
And with Tiff Davis, would you maybe consider giving her minutes at the point, or is she more of a 2-3 kind of player?
Well, we're going to kind of push her to the 2, on the perimeter. That way, Ty and AB and Bianca are getting the reps that they need, because they need more and more and more reps. And I don't want to, rotate four point guards. And I think it alleviates some of the pressure and the mileage on Tiffany Davis. We need her. She's one of our more experienced players. I mean, she looks that way. She looks a little different than everybody else because she knows what we want, and it frees her up she can shoot the ball. Frees her up to be able to stretch the defense out and shoot the ball for us.